All right, hey everyone, welcome back. If you've got exams on the horizon, you are in the exact right place. We are about to do a deep dive into product classifications, breaking down literally everything you need to know about consumer and industrial goods. Let's get you totally prepped to crush that test.
I know. Sounds like a weird question, right? I mean, one's sitting on your bathroom counter, the other is building cars. But stick with me, because by the end of this, you're going to see exactly how they connect in the world of marketing. And it all comes down to one simple thing: who's buying it and why.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we're hitting consumer goods, the stuff we all buy, and breaking them down into 4 key types. Then we'll jump over to the world of industrial goods, the things that make all that other stuff possible. And we'll wrap it all up with a super quick recap to lock it all in. You ready? Let's do it.
Okay, first up, let's talk about all the things that end up in our shopping carts, in our fridges, in our closets. We're talking about consumer goods. And the whole idea here, the one thing you got to remember, is that they're bought for personal use. This is the stuff you see every single day, so it's the perfect place for us to start.
Okay, so here's the textbook definition you'll want to lock in for the exam. Consumer goods are any products that are bought by the final consumer. That's you, that's me, for personal use. The key here, and I'm going to say it again, is personal use. This isn't for a business to make something else, it's just for you.
And this is a super helpful way to think about it. Just imagine all consumer goods can be sorted into 4 big buckets. You've got convenience, shopping, specialty, and unsought goods. So let's break down each one of these categories, starting right now.
All right, let's dive into that first bucket, convenience goods. And this is probably the one you're most familiar with, even if you don't really think about it. Let's get into what makes them so, well, convenient.
The name really says it all, doesn't it? Convenience goods are all about buying things frequently, with super low effort. I mean, think about it. These are the things you buy constantly, almost on autopilot, right? Biscuits, soap, maybe a magazine. You grab them and you go. They're usually cheap, and buying them is basically a habit.
Now, for your exam, you definitely need to know this. Convenience goods isn't just one big blob. It actually breaks down into 3 smaller, more specific types: staples, impulse goods, and emergency goods. Let's quickly run through what each one is so you don't get them mixed up.
So, you've got staples. That's your everyday stuff, the things on your regular grocery list, like milk and bread. Then there's impulse goods. You know, that candy bar at the checkout that just calls to you? That's an impulse buy. And finally, emergency goods. These are lifesavers when you're in a pinch, like grabbing an umbrella when it suddenly starts pouring. See? Simple, right?
Okay, next up, let's move to our second category. Now, these are a bit different from convenience goods. With these, you have to think a little. We're talking about shopping goods, and the buying process here is way more involved.
The name gives it away again. The absolute defining feature of a shopping good is that you compare it before you buy it. You're going to spend some time comparing quality, price, style, all that good stuff. Just think about the last time you bought a new phone or a pair of shoes. You didn't just grab the first one you saw, did you?
And just like convenience goods, shopping goods have their own little subcategories. With homogeneous goods, you see the products as pretty much identical. So what's the deciding factor? Yep, the lowest price. But with heterogeneous goods, the features matter a lot. You're looking for the best quality, the best style for you. Price is important, sure, but it's not the only thing.
All right, we are on a roll. Time for our last 2 consumer categories. And honestly, they're pretty much polar opposites. One is something you might spend weeks dreaming about, and the other is something you probably hope you never have to buy.
So, specialty goods. These are all about that brand loyalty, that one-of-a-kind feature. We're talking luxury cars, professional-grade cameras, designer clothes. I mean, the people buying these know exactly what they want, and they will go the extra mile, drive across town, pay a premium, just to get that specific brand.
And then on the complete other end of the spectrum, we have unsought goods. These are the products that we, as consumers, just don't think about buying. Maybe we don't even know they exist. You don't usually wake up in the morning and think, you know what, today's a great day to shop for life insurance.
And just so you have the full picture, there are 2 types. First, you've got new unsought goods. Think about brand new tech that nobody knows about yet. And then there are regularly unsought goods. We know they exist, but yeah, we're just not excited to buy them, like gravestones or encyclopedias.
Okay, deep breath. We've officially cleared out the consumer shopping cart. So now, let's leave the storefront behind and head to the factory floor. It's time to talk about industrial goods. These are the absolute backbone of production. They're the reason we have consumer goods in the first place.
So what's the big difference here? It's all about the purpose of the purchase. If you remember one thing, remember this. Consumer goods are for personal use. Industrial goods are bought to be used to make other products. That's it. That's the fundamental distinction you have to know.
Now, we can sort all industrial goods into three main jobs they do in the factory. You can think of them as the foundation, the ingredients, and the support staff. And they have these official names: foundation goods, entering goods, and facilitating goods.
All right, first up, foundation goods. These are the big-ticket, long-lasting items that make everything possible. We're talking the factory building itself, the heavy machinery, and the key thing to drill into your brain here is that they do not become part of the final product. They're the stage where the magic happens.
Next up, we have entering goods. And just like the name says, these are the goods that literally enter the final product. They become a part of it. This is your raw material, like cotton for a t-shirt, and your fabricated parts, like the tires on a car. These are the actual ingredients in the recipe.
And last but not least, facilitating goods. Think of these as the backstage crew. They're essential for the production process to happen, but like foundation goods, they don't end up in the final product. This is stuff like lubricating oil for the machines or cleaning supplies. They're the things that get used up to keep the whole operation running smoothly.
Okay, this is it, your money slide. Get ready to screenshot this for your study notes. Let's do a rapid-fire recap. Consumer goods. Convenience is low effort and habitual. Shopping is all about comparison. Specialty is driven by brand loyalty. And unsought is defined by low awareness. And for industrial goods, foundation is the factory. Entering is the ingredients. And facilitating is the supplies. Got it? You got this.
And that, my friends, is a wrap. But I'll leave you with a little something to think about to make sure you really got this. A personal home use 3D printer. Where does that fit? Is it a shopping good you compare online? A specialty good for hobbyists? Or was it, at first, an unsought good that nobody knew they even needed? And the interesting thing is, the answer could actually change over time, right? Just something to chew on. Good luck with your studies.